Timing, and I will be talking about being active in suicide prevention, specifically in the military. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my audience.
Hello, I'm Saint Shabazz.
Hi, and I'm April Espinosa.
Without further ado, military suicides have increased throughout the years. Suicide can be prevented, and the best way to prevent suicide is to inform people of its existence and to teach people to look for the warning signs. My purpose today is to help you understand how to prevent suicide. I'll provide statistics and explain warning signs and provide examples of how you can prevent suicide. Today I'll be going over the statistics of suicide in the military, what are the causes and symptoms of suicidal military personnel, and how you can help prevent those who are suicidal. By being aware of those who exhibit suicidal signs, you can prevent a death. Most would rather avoid speaking about suicide, but it is important to be able to see warning signs and talk about them because it could save a life. Let's begin with taking a look at statistics within military members. To first understand military suicide, you must put into perspective how service members live, train, and work. One must consider the use of aggression and violence exhibited in serving the nation. One must understand that being in the military being perceived as weak or sick is skewed. Service members are told explicitly and implicitly to shake off injury and illness and told to suck it up. The suppression and avoidance all factor into an unhealthy mindset and can have a lasting effect and later down the road an unfortunate outcome. Military suicides have increased throughout the years. The U.S. military has recorded 325 confirmed or potential suicides in 2013. These astonishing numbers outnumber the amount of troops killed in combat. Out of a survey conducted 161 troops who served in Iraq, 15 of them have acknowledged that they possess suicidal thoughts or behaviors. These numbers of suicides in the military have suffered and have initiated programs aimed at stemming this epidemic. Statistics are shocking. They don't tell us what makes the service members want to end their lives. Whether it be deployment-related or deployment-affiliated, there is no denying that the military is taking a hit and service members hurting themselves. Causes of increased suicides in military members are related to deployments, such as lengths of deployment, number of deployments, or combat experiences. Data has revealed that the majority of those who killed themselves either struggled with heavy drinking or depression. Not only is it important to be able to understand the causes of those who take their lives, it is vital to be able to identify the warning signs and potentially prevent suicide. If a friend or family member is suicidal, the best way to help is by offering an empathetic listening ear. Let your loved one know that he or she is not alone and that you care. Don't take responsibility, however, for making your loved one well. You can offer support, but you can't get better for a suicidal person. Get professional help. Be proactive. Encourage positive lifestyle changes. Remove potential means of suicide and continue your support over the long haul. It is easy to see people's personalities shift, but many do not take the time that is necessary to question them if they need help. Many warning signs are moodiness, depression, lack of sleep, changes in their personality or appearance, exhibiting dangerous or self-harming behavior, experiencing a traumatic or life crisis, and the most obvious sign is threatening suicide. For some people, suicide seems to be a solution to their problems and stress, but if you look closer, you will see they are really just wanting help. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. But if you are unsure whether someone is suicidal, you can make a suicidal person show that you care. In fact, giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express his or her feelings can provide relief from loneliness and pent-up negative feelings and can prevent suicide attempts. A simple, "How are you doing?" or "I'm here for you if you need someone to talk" can make all the difference in saving a person's life. If you cannot help them, be able to direct them to a professional person who can. A suicidal person may not ask for help, but that doesn't mean that the help isn't wanted. Most people who commit suicide don't want to die. They just want to stop hurting. Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If a friend or family member tells you that he or she is thinking about death or suicide, it is important to evaluate the immediate danger the person is in. Those at the highest risk for committing suicide in the near future have a specific suicide plan, the means to carry the plan out, and a time set for doing it, and the intention to do it. If a suicide attempt seems imminent, call a local crisis center, dial 911, or take the person to an emergency center. Remove all weapons, and under no circumstances, leave a suicidal person alone. Show that you care. If you see warning signs of a suicidal person, ask them how they're doing. If you don't know how to help them, have them seek religious sources like the chaplain or professional organizations like mental health. You can prevent suicide. If you are worried about someone, speak up. You could potentially save a life. Better to be safe than sorry. I hope after this speech today, you'll take the extra steps in practicing suicide prevention.